Let's make sure everything is coming through properly.
Yes.
Let me know if we've gone live or not.
Yeah, we are.
Are we? All right. So, hello and welcome to That Beautiful Life podcast, episode 181. Am I correct on that? I'm guessing. I hope I'm right. 181? Is it 181? Please tell me. Is it 182?
It's 282, I think.
280. Oh man, I've got to be. Oh man, I'm. Well, can someone in the chat tell us what number it is? We've been away so long we've forgotten how to count.
Forgotten everything.
We don't remember how to count. You gotta help us at this point. Someone tell us what episode number it's listed on the episode.
See, my audio is really quiet.
Is that what it's saying? It's really quiet. Okay, let's see if we can fix that.
I don't think
filter.
As far as I can see, no, it's the same.
I've turned off the limit on yours.
No,
let me see.
I don't have any through Discord, so it shouldn't be anything.
Can you guys tell me if Roger's audio is still too low? Maybe I need to turn you up in the Discord output thingamabob. Let's try that. Say something.
Hello and very much welcome. This is Roger.
Are you guys hearing Roger better, or is he?
Roger, and hello and welcome back. And beautiful things are happening, or is it?
You guys have to tell me because I don't know. I don't know what I'm hearing. Still too low. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can fix this before we. Okay, I'm trying to turn you up. I've got you. Am I doing this wrong?
I don't know because I haven't changed anything here.
It's probably on my end, to be honest. It is probably on my end. I just don't know why. Let's see. Discord has the option for volume to turn up the volume of someone you're listening to. I've turned up your volume to the max 200 right now. So unless there's something else that I need to do,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you haven't changed anything.
Let me check my mixer. It could be that the mixer for my computer is set to lower Discord. Nope, it's 100%. I'm seeing on Discord for my headset. That is weird.
Yes. Yes.
It's been 3 weeks. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
I gotta bring up my OBS in the background because I can see very quickly if it's
something new. Let me try raising
1 2. No, it's the same. It's not from me.
Okay, so I've raised.
Whoa. Yeah.
I've raised the audio of my headset. Can you please, you guys, tell me if it's fixed Roger's audio? It kind of looks like it's fixed you, Roger, on my end. Like looking at the. Looking at the like the noise bouncy thing.
There we go, says Nalu.
Okay. Took a while, would you?
What was it then? Just curious.
It was the audio for the master audio for my headset. So essentially, whatever.
Ew.
Yeah. The headset betrayed us. The headset.
Ew.
I haven't used this headset in a while. I've not used it in a while. I must have been watching something on my headset inside here and lowered the volume to listen to it, and it
could be something like that. Definitely.
Yeah, that's plausible. Yeah. That's a plausible solution. But you know what? We're here, we're there, and we've got it going. So it's working. So hello and welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm just gonna double check the number of the episode. If you guys haven't told me the episode number. So it says 281 for me. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
281.
On my end, it's 282, but that doesn't matter because we have been counting a bit different when it comes to one episode here or there. But I think you said 182 when you announced, so that's why I reacted. I believe it, but well, it doesn't matter. Now we know.
It says now Q is very loud and Roger is medium volume. Really? Well, if I do say so myself, I think we're both at the same threshold, aren't we? Um, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let me see what
One,
my
two, three. 1, 2, 3.
it's pulling audio from the same mic for me.
1, 2, 3.
Maybe you let me make sure, let me lower my mic manually. How's that? Is that any better?
Is it better? Is it a better mix between our two sources of audio?
I'm still trying to balance this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna raise Roger a little bit more, and then
It could be if you. I don't know if you have any. You said you might have thresholds when it comes to limiters or stuff like that.
yeah,
That could affect the sound, to be honest.
I've got a few
Because if you have that
limiters.
on your end and I don't, then it's gonna be a difference between
I have
the
it
two
set.
of us.
I've had it set for both of us, just in case
Okay.
we shout on the podcast, it won't break anyone's eardrums. Essentially, it's been like that for ages. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but then it should be fine.
It should be fine. It should be fine.
Let's go.
Let's go. So this is episode 281 of That Beautiful Life podcast. My name, of course, is Q. I'm talking to the beautiful Roger Bergstrom all the way in Stockholm, Sweden. I'm standing here in the beautiful Red in United Kingdom. And we are back. It's been, like 3 weeks. It's been a while. Yes. It has been a while since we've done this thing. Wow. Raj, how do you feel, man? How does it feel?
It's good. It's fine. I mean, there's been a lot of things happening, right? Especially for you and you guys when it comes to you and your family.
Yes.
You're going to talk about that, of course. I'm going to leave it up to you. And then I'm going to fill in, what I've been up to these weeks. I can, in general, say it's been good. It's been a good kind of period of time, I think, in many ways. But we're getting to that. Mm-hmm. I'm so curious to hear now your version.
My week. Oh, wow. So just to give you guys a preview, this little bunny belongs to it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my daughter. So
exactly.
I've been gone for a couple weeks because me and the missus, the family, we had a new baby. And she is adorable and cute, and she's upstairs right now sleeping, or probably keeping her mother awake or whatever the hell she's doing right now. And yeah, I've just been busy with work and dad stuff, It has been chaotic.
And the name is?
Oh, well, we're just dropping Emmy-chan for the podcast so far, So Emmy-chan is baby number 3. She is she's adorable. Roger, you already have her full name. But anyway, so yeah, Emmy-chan is...
True. Or I understand. Okay, got it.
So yeah, Emmy-chan she's tiny and little and cute. She's about that big. I don't know if I'm doing the size right. She's about that big. Yeah. And, she is a little bundle of joy. She tries to eat people when you hold her because she thinks everyone is food. I am now a girl dad, which is cool to say, I mean, among my brothers, I am the newest girl dad. And yeah, it is cool. It is cool to have a little girl in the house. It's good to see my sons kind of like be all cute with their sister, and Ty comes and he takes the nappies and he puts them in the bin, and Xavi comes and he holds her and he helps out and all that kind of stuff. So it's just cool. She's adorable. She's cute. She's little. She doesn't really do much. At this age, there's not much they can do.
No. It's the start.
It is the start. She's quite young, and we've already had a few scares with her already as it is. One you know about, Roger, and the other one you have no idea. So the first one is that she had jaundice after she was born, and that was awful in the sense that, for those who don't know what jaundice is, it's like this thing that pretty much a lot of babies get. It's common, but it causes their skin and their eyes to be yellow. It has to do with red blood cells from the mother being in the baby, and the baby's liver not being mature enough to sort of flush it out of the system. So you have a lot to do. Either sometimes it goes away naturally. Other times, like in our case, we had to get some light therapy for her at the hospital, which is what we ended up having to do. And on top of that, after all that, we were like, okay, great, she's home, she's happy, she's crying, she's doing all the 9 yards. And this room, which is usually supposed to be why podcast and all that kind of stuff, is now our bedroom. This is where little one lives at the moment, because it's easier for Alex to stay down here than to go all the way up the stairs and back down with her. So it's just more convenient for them to be here. But the thing is that so last weekend was my youngest's birthday. So Ty's, well, he's not the youngest anymore, he's the middle child. So Ty's birthday was about a weekend ago, and we decided we'll take him out to a nice restaurant and we'll have a nice little thing for him, a nice little soiree. Took him out for his birthday, and on the way from having a meal, we decided we'll pop in by some relatives just to say hi and introduce them to Emmy. On the way there, we were going down the slope and Alex fell while holding Emmy. And
oh shit!
So Emmy was strapped to her stomach, by the sort of strap thing that you hold the baby with. So they fell, and I was in front with Savvy, we're chatting, we're messing about, laughing, and so forth. And all I hear was the cry, and I turn around and they're both on the ground. And it was one of the most terrifying moments. We spent the night in the hospital after that. Got back home the next day. And I had to just basically monitor them for like 2 days to make sure that they're all right. Emmy got a little red mark on her head, but it cleared up almost immediately. It cleared up like almost the same night it was gone. So what we assume is that mark came from Alex's hand protecting her from the fall, because Alex said she has no idea what happened. They were going down the slope. She didn't see it. She fell. And all she remembers doing is trying to protect Emmy, but she's like, I don't know if I stopped, if I blocked it, but because of the fact that Emmy had no swellings, no nothing, we were like, the most logical conclusion is that Alex protected her head with her finger, and that's what left the little redness on her skull. But that was gone almost immediately, and then she was back to her normal self and crying and pooping and eating and doing all what babies do. So a little scary. I think after that, I've been walking in front of Alex there's a step here. Look. There's something there. Look, let me just open this for you. I've been extra careful after that. But I was talking to my brother about it, and he was just like, you know what? A lot of people. It sounds scary, but kids at that age are so resilient. Like they almost bounce most of the time. And a lot of people have had falls with their kids. Just most people don't talk about it. So I was just like, yeah, but we're not having that again. so yeah, that's kind of been it with but Emmy's around. She's you're gonna hear more about her in the episodes. We're gonna have more conversations. She's gonna be around, and I can't wait to teach her cool things. Just like I've taught the boys, I've taught them all sorts of cool stuff. And to be honest, like for example, like with Savvy, he's at an age now where we're more, he's still my son, but at the same time, we're more like friends. And I think you understand this more so, Raj, because your sons are older. It's like once they get older, you kind of hang out instead of just like parent them. Like you obviously you still parent them, but then you can hang out. Like you could proper like guy hang out with them. And I think Savvy and I are at that stage now where it's like, we guy hang out. So which is great. But at the same time, I've got this little person who needs me to like, little person, and when them ties in the middle, who needs me to like supervise him and all that kind of stuff, and he needs rules and boundaries and all that kind of stuff. Savvy needs less of those. He needs less rules, less boundaries. He's getting a bit older. He kind of understands things. He kind of knows, what he needs to do and what he doesn't need to do. So it's a whole completely different ballpark. But I guess in the sense, like my kids are all at different sort of different positions in the whole kid raising equilibrium. At the same time, because I'm raising them all at the same time. So it's quite interesting to say. It
is. I mean, it changes the dynamic, of course, in the family. I mean, it's very different. I mean, as you described it so far, it seems as both Savvy and both of them has taken this with a positive, getting a sister. I mean, granted, I mean, it can be very different. I mean, like, who are you? Like,
we were worried with Ty. We were worried
Yeah, I was
if
thinking
Ty.
about
We
Ty
were
being the
thinking,
youngest, right?
yeah, we
So
were thinking, oh my god, he's not. Because at first he was saying like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what I think about her. But after she came home, he was even before she came home. He came to the hospital and he saw her and he was like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, he wanted to go back to the hospital every time to see her because we kept having to go back to the hospital. So he wanted to because like, what I would have to do is I'd be in the hospital overnight. I'd come back home, pick up Ty in the morning, drop him to school, and go back to the hospital, stay in the hospital for the day, come back home before Ty's school finishes, pick him up, bring him to the hospital with me, and then have Safi meet me at the hospital to bring Ty home. Because, the way in which towns are in the UK, most places are very close. So the hospital is not too far. I can walk from my house. But generally, it's, Ty's taken very good. So he takes the nappies. Whenever I change her, he takes the nappy and he carries it to the bin and he holds it. He holds it like, and he carries it, he chucks it in the bin, and he goes and he washes his hands. So yeah, it's like tonight he asked me, he was like, why are her poos green? I was like, well, mate, she's only drinking milk, and depending on what you eat, your poos can be green. And he was like, so can my poos be green? I was like, yeah, depends on what you eat, mate. So yeah, he's
once upon a time, yeah, exactly.
Once upon a time. So yeah, it's interesting. It's pretty fun. The most awful thing that's happened outside of kid baby sort of stuff is like the what do you call it, the fall and all that kind of stuff, is that I actually broke my telly. So this telly right here next to me, this is a 55-inch. I was holding Emmy in my lap on a chair, and I sort of swiveled the chair and it pressed on the telly. I barely pressed into it, and then all I heard was plack. And I was like, oh my gosh, telly's gone. Turned it on, wouldn't turn on properly. So I'm in the I'm in the market for a new telly, but I can't afford it. So
yeah, you gotta wait then. But it's so typical. But yeah, it's a lot of things that changes when, as I said, the dynamic in the family as a whole. Again, I mean, big congratulations. We've already been, through this in a way, but I want to do it officially. Also, congratulations. I mean, to you all. You are champs. You're now parents again, I would say, and big hug to Alex as well, the hero, bringing a person to the world, and all this stuff. It's just amazing. It's hard to understand what the women are doing at like when this. It's very, as I told you, it's like it's hard to describe. You just have to experience it because I mean, I've been around. Well, I have two sons, so essentially I have experienced 2 times. Don't gonna have a third one, but I mean, it was very different both times.
Yeah.
Because also they are different, but also the circumstances, right? So it can be, but it's a big thing. It's a big thing in life.
It is
in so many ways. It's interesting. I want to add something that I had actually completely forgotten, but when you told me about the fall, like Alex and the baby, I remember that I think it was with Adam that he fell to the ground. And I think I was carrying him, or was it Annalie? I think I carried him. And he was he was a baby. This is a long time ago, of course. And I haven't thought of it until you said this. Then I recall, wait, hold on. I have experienced this. And
it's terrifying.
Outdoors. Yeah, it was insanely frustrating and scary because you get very stressed. Like, oh shit, like
I froze. I
horrible.
Froze when it happened. I remember the moment of hearing the cry, turning around, because I'm in front having a laugh with Savvy. We're walking and we're chatting about something or the other, and we're laughing. And then all I hear is the cry, turn around, and they're on the floor. And I froze. For like a moment, I froze. I didn't know what to do because I'm looking at Alex and her on the ground. And then I rush over and I start checking Emmy. Like, I'm looking at her head. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is she all right? Because she's crying at this point in time. I don't think I checked on Alex until after I'd completely checked Emmy top to bottom. Like, I felt bad about it after the fact. But I don't think I checked Alex at all.
She would have done the same.
I would expect her to. I would expect her to check the kids over me in a heartbeat. Because if she checked me first, I'd be like, where are your priorities, woman? So, it was...
Priorities.
I think the thing too as well is that, like, I could see, after the fact, I could see how, like, she felt like I could see almost like the guilt on her face about the whole thing. Because then she was saying to me, I know you're blaming me, Q. And I was like, no. Like, I don't blame you. I ended up calling my brother, and I was like, Lex, like, Alex thinks I blame her for this, but I don't. Like, accidents happen.
Exactly,
But, like, you know, I know you've been through something similar. Can you advise me? You know, so he sort of like told me about his experiences with his kids, and you know, it's just sort of a thing that he's like, look, kids at that age, they're resilient. They kind of bounce back. They, you know, and you just kind of, as long as they don't have any swelling or they're vomiting or whatever have you, they're fine. And you know, I mean, there was none of that stuff. No swelling, no vomiting, no nothing. She was just regular Emmy, drinking milk, crying, wanting attention. Just little trying to eat people, because when I hold her, she thinks that I am food, and she starts trying to like eat me. You know, she's I'm like, listen to me, girl. Listen to me. I am not the chicken. I call Alex the chicken, right? Because that's her food. So I'm like, I'm not the chicken. The chicken is over there. You can't eat me. And she keeps trying to like, you know, latch and bite me. And I'm like, look, listen to me, little girl. You can't eat me. You can't eat me.
You can try, but you can't. So I'm saving you time, dear little child. So, but that's a typical instinct. They are very like, you know, trying everything. That's the phase they're in right now. And of course, as you mentioned, the basic stuff like sleep, eat, poo, repeat again, eat, poo, and it goes on like that for some time, and very close to their, you know, their mom physically, which is kind of natural. I also want to say this, especially since I see you writing in the chat, Alex. I was just about to ask also, how are you? I mean, and I can understand you got some injuries after that fall. Probably, maybe even though you might not have, don't know what you remember, or if you felt like, oh, I did this, I was holding my hand, I covered her head or something. Probably you did that like without thinking and everything. And I hear you. What do you say? They're recovering from my collar muscular issues. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got a bruise. It was sort of internal on her shoulder, which you couldn't see it, but she felt it, and she could barely lift her arm, I think, on the left hand side. And then she had a bruise on her knee, and she was still trying to do stuff after the fact. She's like, oh yeah, I need to do the laundry, and I need to do this. And I was like, woman, like, shouldn't you be resting yourself? But you know, that's typical Alex for you. She'll be injured and still think like she could do everything. Like, oh yeah, of course I could go to the shop and do the shopping, you know? Like, yeah, that's no problem. So, yeah, I have to keep reminding her, like, look, you need to rest yourself. You need to, like, you know, relax. Don't be doing this and that and so forth. Yeah. And Emmy's got to that phase where she just doesn't want to sleep sometimes. So, like, this morning, last night came and we were going to do podcast last night for those who were wondering why we didn't do yesterday. But we were going to do it last night. I got home from work and I started vomiting. I didn't start vomiting immediately. I had a massive migraine, and I could feel my temperature high.
Yeah, right.
And so I got some Lucozade, which I still have bottles of this crap. So I got some Lucozade, and I started drinking that because I was like, whenever I'm sick, I need to stay hydrated, but I can't eat, you know, because I could feel like the smell of food makes me want to throw up. And I started drinking Lucozade, and I went to bed, I laid down, and then I woke up not too long after falling asleep and started puking. Like, I was just saying, like, someone bring me a bowl, and I just started puking. Puked up into the bowl. I think I brought up everything I had to eat that day. Everything that was in my stomach was up in that bowl last night. I think I puked maybe twice, and then I slept through the rest of the night, got up this morning around 12, and used the loo, came back to bed. I think I got up again around, I think, 2. Then used the toilet, went back to bed because I drank so much liquid. And then I got up around, I think, sometime after 5. And at that point I came downstairs. Alex and Emmy were laying down sleeping. And Emmy was. Alex was kind of awake. And she was like, Emmy hasn't been sleeping. She's been awake since 5 a.m. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's another thing, the sleep pattern. But I was just thinking, I mean, since we were in contact with each other yesterday regarding your condition also, do you think it was like food poison, or have you maybe, I mean, you're going to work, you can get things from colleagues as well, so
it could have been food poisoning because I had, at work I buy things to keep in the fridge so I can have for lunch during the week, and usually I buy this potato salad from Tesco, along with like some like mashed potatoes and other stuff. and strawberries and thing for the breakfast. And what happened is that I had the potato salad from last week. So it was in the fridge since last week, in the fridge at work. And I had that with some Tesco's chicken strips, because usually my wife prepares lunch for me, but she didn't yesterday. So I had that with some chicken strips and some pasta that my brother-in-law made. And yeah, I don't know what it was. I think it was the potato salad and probably the chicken strips. Yeah. But either way, I got sick. I vomited everything. And
it sounds like food poisoning. When it does. It comes pretty, hard. It hits you hard, and you have to throw up maybe a few times. Not so nice to talk about this in the podcast, but that's also part of life, right? You sometimes get that shit, right? So,
you do. I've been coughing as well, so it could be a mixture of the two. That my immune system dipped and then I got the food poisoning, so that it hit me hard, even more. Yeah. But I've been coughing since I started coughing in the morning yesterday. And then it just continued, and then it got worse, and then I was in bed. I got up this morning feeling like crap, and I was like, "Oh God!" Alex was like, are you able to go to work?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to." Like, I've already taken enough time off of work as it is, and I don't get paid for my time offs because I've already used up all my allocated time offs that I get from work. So yeah, I was like, "Nah, I gotta go." So I got up this morning and dragged myself to the train station, and then dragged myself to the office. And I somehow made it through the day. Through the day. I've been working on something for, I think I've been working on this one thing for the company website for the entire day, most of the day anyway. And it's been bugging me. I think I've got most of it done, but I didn't finish it before I left the office, because as soon as 4:30 hit, I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not staying extra time to do this. Right. I'm just getting home. I'm tired. My body's not feeling the best. So yeah, I just left at, I think 4:36 I left the office, got to the train station at 4:40 and hopped on a train, which is slow for me. Usually I'm in a train station in like 5 minutes, but either way, I was slow today. Got to the train station. The wind was blowing a lot, but either way, I'm alive. I'm fine. I need more rest. I've been having soup. This is my dinner bowl of soup.
Yeah, okay.
Good. So I had chicken soup.
That's good.
That's supposed to help. I can at least keep that down. And I had Lucozade. So that's all I'm having. Liquids, staying hydrated, keeping myself recovering.
Yeah, but that's good. It's like a reset. You have to restart in some way. And I think like chicken soup, for example, is a good one. Mm-hmm. Because it's I can recall the feeling of having things like that, even though it was a long time ago now, crossing the ceiling or whatever. But, you never know. The horror, yeah.
You never know. Nalu was saying earlier that it seems like every time he's able to sit through an episode of the podcast, I'm sick. So who knows, it's maybe there's something out to get me. But
fingers crossed. It was only food poison.
Fingers crossed, We
hope so. But man, it sounds amazing. I mean, as said, it's a new chapter in your life and everything. And I think Alex wrote something nice here also before when it comes. Well, we don't know that for sure, just because she's a girl. But maybe you are able to get more like opinions onto your side of things now, having a balance between like 50-50. No, it's not even.
Oh, she's gonna love me more. She's gonna. I've told Alex now.
Watch out.
Right now is the only time Alex is gonna have with her. It's the same thing with Ty. When Ty was younger, he was latched on to her, and as soon as he got a bit older, and he could do cool things, and he could read and talk and all that kind of stuff, who does he want to spend more time with me? Like,
but it's like that. It was the same like with Adam and Isaac. The basics has to be done. The mother, you're there supporting, doing your best.
Yep.
The baby becomes a bit older, maybe 1 year, one and a half. And then slowly the father starts to get recognized, and all of a sudden, Dad.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I did the thing. I went full Sauron and just took them,
Yeah, that's it.
Did all the cool stuff and like, this is a video game, son. This is the first PlayStation, Adam. This is Gran Turismo. Go on, try it.
I've already bought Emmy manga already. I'm ready, and she's got 2 brothers who are gamers already. So it's like we're just gonna like.
What can go wrong?
She's not gonna know Alex exists, and the minute that I can prepare food for her and she can eat, like she's gonna be like, "Who is that lady that lives in the house and keeps talking to us?" Like, and I'm gonna be like, "I don't know. She just comes here. I don't know who she is." Like, don't worry about that. Like,
Yeah.
we, the tribe, will be doing our thing, and we don't know who that person is. You know, she was just there at the beginning.
Watch out, watch out. Don't read the chat right now, Q, whatever you do from your wife. But even so, it's an interesting dynamic, even so. And I think that's the beautiful thing of it all, especially when you are like a full family with everyone represented. You can get the best out of the best, so to say,
Yep.
which is beautiful. And also, of course, a very safe haven for the kids and also this beautiful young person, very young person right now, forming herself in so many ways. So it's I'm so happy for you. I really am.
Oh.
And I talked about, I mean, of course, my family knows that was obviously, and they are happy for you guys as well. And Annalie, I just told Annalie, I think yesterday, when it comes to the name, when it comes to the baby, oh, so cute, it's super, it's great. You know, she was really happy.
Have you shown her the pictures? Have you shown her the pictures?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. The first thing I did, we have a family Discord group. So when you sent them, like, when was that? Like a week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I think. I think it's been 2 weeks.
I shared them. Imagine me not bothering so much about photos. I shared them immediately in the family group. Actually, great photos too. The one with you and her is beautiful. It's really like a commercial of diapers. I don't know. But it's yeah, you know.
Alex took those pictures, so that's her handiwork.
Pictures. Well done, Alex. It's really beautiful.
She's really good. I keep saying to her she needs to put out her photography, because she's taken a lot of family photos of us as a family in the past, and I've been saying to her, like, you know, she should do her photography stuff, because she wants to do photography. At least she wanted to. But she's always sort of found reasons as to why she shouldn't do it, despite the fact that she has all the equipment to do it and she knows what to do. But, you know, she undersells herself. But I think she can pull it off, because if you look at the pictures she takes of our family, they're amazing.
Yeah, those were really nice. Just the two I saw to start with. So, yeah.
I could show you so many more that are just like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, of course, I can imagine. But it was a great start. It was nice too, because you want to see something, you know, as soon as possible, right? And you did just that, so we're happy for it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Raj, we can go on and on about Emmy, but there's so many more stuff to talk about her. We'll talk about her more in the future. I'm sure there's going to be a story from her next week or something. What about you, Raj, though? What have you guys been getting up to? I know you've had a birthday party to celebrate within the past few weeks as well. So I guess we can probably start there and work our way through.
Definitely. No, it's true. Isaac, my youngest son. Well, he's not so young any longer. Darn it, he became 26. I don't even want to say.
Oh my God.
The horrors. No, it was, I mean, it was nice. It was midweek. I think I told you we went to an Indian restaurant,
you did.
Right? Because he wanted to. We usually, where would you like to eat? Like, what kind of food would you like to have? So he said, I want to eat Indian food. It was some time ago. So we checked out a place and, you know, we went there. We had a good evening, good food. So it was really nice. He has gotten he's got some lexica, some books when it comes to film, like from technical point of views regarding lighting and directing and blah blah. You know, everything that he needs also now due to his education, what he's learning right now. They're about to start the biggest project for this spring, actually the last one for the education, you might say, this spring, and yeah, so they're preparing for that. And also, he wanted to, you know, Isaac played trumpet. I'm not sure if I told you. He was a trumpet player when he was younger.
You may have mentioned it to me.
Maybe I mentioned it.
Maybe,
right? But,
maybe. It's possible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you there, Alex. No, he was, it's so typical. He was very good. He didn't practice much, but, and I think I remember his teacher said like, he's talented, he should play more, you know. And I'm like, well, it's, you know, it's up to him. But yeah, it's true. I mean, either way, he stopped, you know, years passes by and the trumpet was like, you know, in its casket or its case and became a bit like rusty almost. So we have so he said before his birthday, maybe it's possible to do something about the trumpet. I would like to start to play a bit again. And I'm like, yeah. So we went to a special store here in Sweden, where Stockholm apparently, where we live, like a, where they can do the job properly to make it, into good, how do you say, condition again to
Mm-hmm.
be used and played. So they're gonna do that. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of work with trumpet, right? But so yeah, that's basically what he got. It was quite expensive to fix. It was like me and Anley, but yeah, I think he really wants it. So yeah, let's go with it. Let's do that.
You got to
So that
do.
was the birthday and everything, and then
Mm-hmm.
we had a concert with the hard rock band Capital 59.
Mm-hmm.
We played. This should be at least a clip or two on the Capital 59 Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, also from on our YouTube channel Capital 59. Just some excerpts, from the concert. It's the same place that we played at in December,
Mm-hmm.
the 5th of December last year. So we played on the 3rd of March, which was Tuesday, like 2 weeks ago, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Must be so, right? And yeah, it was nice. We know the place by now, and it's a good sound engineer, so we have good sound, and it was a good evening. It was a good evening. As usual, I'm quite tired after those concerts, especially the day after. It's like almost feels as if I had like a not like a gym uh, workout with weights, but more like as if I've been on a treadmill for hours. It's that kind of feeling, since as I told you, a lot of the music for me being a drummer in a band like that is quite physical, so
It's a workout.
uh, yeah, but it's great. And meanwhile, also when it comes to the weather and everything, we have gotten a bit more spring weather. I think
Mm-hmm.
here now it went pretty fast. We had quite some snow, but it like melted fast, and now it's not so much on the ground right now. We've had around, I think it was up to 10, 11, 12 plus degrees. Just was it today or the other day? I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember, but it's been quite sunny and nice. So it's starts to feel like we're slowly getting there. It's March, mid March, about mid March. So,
Mm-hmm.
but as I usually say, we shouldn't. We know, at least here in Sweden, in the north, that when we get into April, we can have something that we call April weather, which means that it can definitely start to snow again, just because it can. So we just have to wait.
Wait and see.
Oh, your
That's
mother call. Nice, Nala.
oh.
But yeah. But that's basically it. Yeah, I want to add also to the equation that I did finish. I have finished my album that I've been working on for like
Ooh.
half a year when it comes to the horror music. I'm about to deliver the files. To be honest, I thought I would have started already, but it's been a bit of a delay on their end.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting a reply from this library, and to get like the technical info that I need in order to do that part right.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a bit tedious. I mean, it's 12 full tracks, like 12 trailers with a lot of channels in each project. So it's going to be, I got to be very careful. I think I got to make notes so I really see that everything is covered and I got it in the right order and in the right folder and blah, blah, blah. And then, but after that, that's done. It's like, oh, so with that said, this week in particular has been me having a bit less than usual to do. I mean, I'm still doing my stuff, but I haven't been living in this soundscape and world of horror, if that makes sense, which feels a bit weird. It's like I have a bit of a almost like a hangover, or like because I've known for 6 months. I mean, I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing other things as well, but I have been so focused every day. I mean, sometimes I worked over the weekends too, so 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and almost working every day, making more music and the revisions made. And so I started to almost get a bit burnt out, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, especially in the beginning of this new year, like in late January, February. But
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see. It is what it is. But you know,
It's good to have
yeah,
a bit of a change up, than just I mean, you've been doing this for so long that I think sometimes you kind of get into like a locked in routine, and it's good to change a
yes,
little bit just to feel alive, because sometimes when you're doing the same thing
yes.
over and over, it kind of becomes too much and you need a break. And yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's true. That's also why I actually uploaded 2 tracks when it comes to the royalty-free libraries that I started to work with for like years ago now, because I just felt I needed to do some other, excuse me, some other kind of music genre-wise. So I did like this tribal drum music again, and I did a track where it's more for meditation and yoga. I have sold some music when it comes to that because there's a need. They might have a class of yoga or something, and
I may need to buy some of that for Emmy because sometimes she doesn't want to sleep, and maybe that will calm her down.
That can work. That can work. That might work. It's very calming.
So. They have been telling us to play white noise for her and all that kind of stuff, but they're like, if you just play some white noise, she'll calm down. And you put on the white noise, and she's like, no, I don't want to calm down. I'm gonna do things like be awake.
Exactly. Can't you see I'm baby busy here?
Wiggling my legs and moving my head. And...
Yep. But yeah, so full activity. No, so it's been good. I think I kind of like this part also when we are getting into springtime. As I told you, I was born and raised in the north part of Sweden. I'm used to winter. I kind of enjoyed the winters, especially up there, because it was always, like winter with snow and
proper
everything.
winter.
Well, but I have to say, this winter, even though it came late, we've had a good one here as well from January up till now. Before it wasn't that great in December, but yeah. So with that said, I'm looking forward to spring. We've talked about this through the years. I really like summertime, and I like warm weather. It's there's something in my genes. I don't know where it comes from, but it's something that makes me enjoy that. It's just, it is what it is. We'll see.
We shall see indeed. I do like the summer as well. I think it's nice during the summer. I've been meaning to spend a summer in Sweden, but it hasn't happened yet. Sure. But one of these days I'll spend the summer in Sweden, and it will be awesome. I'm sure of it. So
100%. It's the best time in many ways. It depends on, again. I mean, it's charming with winter too, because you can do winter stuff. So it's all good. I guess that's a beautiful thing with 4 seasons in a way. So
you do get a bit of change, like when you live in the tropics, it's just rain or sun. That's it. That's all you get. You got to choose between it. Rain, sun. That's it. I mean, it's good to have the consistency to a certain extent, because you don't have to worry about changing clothes too often. Like you can just buy standard
that's
clothes.
The thing. Summer is convenient. You just put on your shoes, and if it's really hot, and just go out. That's basically what you do.
That's it. So simple.
I love that. Yeah.
Simple.
I started to laugh, not laugh, but smile at least when I see we talked about the music and calming down and stuff. And you say, Alex, you've been using the dwarf song from Lord of the Rings, the low tone one. I know exactly which one. It's kind of funny to hear that, but I can understand it when it's a bit more monotone. When it's not happening too much. That's the kind like a drone. That's what it's called in music language, when it's like one sound or a tone that is just lying underneath. That's basically also how I build these kind of meditation and yoga tracks. That's based on a drone tone, and then you do small things on top, just very like atmospheric sounds and stuff. So it's quite basic.
Yeah, just what you gotta do. Just tell her that that song, the Lord of the Rings song, was actually made by me. That's all you gotta say. I actually made that song.
Yeah, I got a call, and I had
did it. Yeah, I've got a fake name that I use for when I make music for Lord of the Rings, and that's me.
It's an anagram of Sauron. So whatever. But man, it's good to be here. Good to talk again. And but I think we should get into other stuff as well. If we have anything,
we do have other stuff to talk about. I guess we should jump into what we've been watching. We'll talk about the title of the episode, which is it worth watching? Let This Grieving Souls Retire, which is an anime that I've been watching, and I've watched season 1 and I've started season 2, and I'll start with it's a 7.5 in IMDb for season 2. Season 1 is let's see, how much is season 1? Season 1 is 7.06. So this is 7. They're both about a 7. This is done by the studio's 0G. And it's an anime about this guy who's in a guild. He's the guild master. He runs the most powerful guild in the world. They're like the baddest of the bad. They're like, no one messes with them. But he's average. Homeboy is like, he those are just his childhood friends that are in that guild, including his younger sister. and they're all badasses, and he's just sort of like average. My guy is not that strong. He doesn't have all this power or nothing, but he's lucky as hell. Like everything he does not want to get into fights. He can't win anything, but for whatever reason, he's so lucky that almost everything that he does, it kind of works out in a way that he's almost always right about something, even though he's not trying to be, and he has no idea what's going on half the time. So everyone calls him Thousand Tricks. They call him Thousand Tricks, and he's the guild master. He's a total badass. He's Thousand Tricks. Cryandry. Yes, that's what you call it. Thousand Tricks Cryandry. And all the a lot of the female members of his guild adore the hell out of him. They're like, oh my god, guild master, he's so amazing. And the guys in the guild are like, one of the guys, his name is Ark. Ark just sparkles, like he sparkles. And Ark thinks, oh yes, guild master, of course, blah 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 blah. And then the picture, the image of the character on the cover image is my favorite character, Tino. Tino is she's a younger person in the guild. She joined the guild after they helped out with something when she was younger. And Tino is really strong, but she's a student of one of his childhood friends who called Liz, and Liz is like ridiculously strong. And Liz basically trains Tino by beating the crap out of her, right? And that's how Tino gets stronger. So Tino adores Cry and thinks Cry is the best thing ever since sliced bread. And it's a fun, nice, charming story of, and you've got the action and the cutesiness, and Tino also looks very good. Tino has some very good art. Just saying, Tino is best girl. For those who disagree, you're wrong. You're wrong. No one else is as good as Tino. So yes, this is let this grieving soul retire. Cry wants to retire. He wants to stop being a guild master. But for whatever reason, no matter what he tries, his guild members all think it's all part of this grand plan that Cry has, and he's testing them. And so he can't retire. Every time he tries to like skip out and doing work and retiring, they're like, oh, what does the guild master mean by that? He must have a grand plan for this. There must be a reason why he said this. You need to look deeper. Right? And every time someone new meets him, they're like, oh, you guys made this up. This Cry, he's not as strong as you say he is. And then Cry does he's like, yeah, of course, it's all right. I don't want to fight anyone. And then somehow things work out for him. And then they're like, oh my God, they were right. Thousand Tricks is so amazing. He knows all this stuff. I should have never doubted him. So, yeah. Season 1, as I say, has been pretty good. Season 2, I've been enjoying season 2 as well. I would put it at around a 9 out of 10 for me personally. I think it's that good. It is on Crunchyroll for those wondering where you can watch it. And I think it's a good anime. I think it's very good. And I think you should watch it. Season 1 came out in 2024 and season 2 was when? When is season 2? Season 2, is it current or is it season 2 it finished in 2015? So who knows if there'll be a season 3? But 11 episodes in season 2, quite short for a season. Usually you get about 12. But excuse me, it's all right. That being said, there's one more thing I want to mention, and that is that I've been watching the F1. F1's new season has started, right? So first you got the cutesy anime stuff out of the way. Oh, you have? Yes! The first race!
All of us.
It's exciting,
This is something both me, Isaac, and Anley are watching together. Oof. That's quite rare. I can say that nowadays.
Oof. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Did you see the last race was... You know what? They've got new cars. For those who don't know anything about F1, they make new cars every season, but every few years they reshuffle the whole rule book, and everyone has to come up with new cars and new designs. And the new sort of thing, I think it's like 50-50 electric with petrol, and the cars are amazing. And Ferrari has a crazy car that like when it starts it fires off like a rocket, but then Mercedes has a car that is just blisteringly quick. So when you watch the race, it's like Ferrari takes the lead, and then Mercedes comes back, and then Ferrari goes again, and then Mercedes comes. Like the battle between Charles Leclerc and George Russell last week was so good. It was crazy. And then you had You had Oscar Piastri running off on his home race in Australia. You couldn't write the script on this one. Oscar was out early. Lando, who won last year, was nowhere to be seen. I think he came in 8th or something.
Yeah.
Lewis was somewhere in 4th. Kimi, who's the youngest racer on the grid, at least as far as I remember, it came 2nd, which was amazing. Shout out to Kimi. Yeah. He's so cool. You had Max, where was Max? Max came from I think he was in last and came all the way up to, I think Max finished, where did Max? He finished pretty high up.
I think he finished, wasn't it 5th or maybe even?
He was in the top 10, I think. I think he was in the top 10. I believe Max made the top 10. Let's see. Max Verstappen was 6th. He was 6th.
Okay, 6th. Okay.
Norris was 5th. So Russell came 1st. Kimi was 2nd. Charles was 3rd. Lewis was 4th. No. So Max came from behind to get to that 6th position, which again, you can imagine if Max does not get what happened last week, where he sort of has some accident or some issue with his car, is going to be up there, and then just even like Hadja, who's the new Red Bull driver. Hadja was looking quick up until the issue with his car. He could have been in the top. So we have no idea what's going to happen this weekend for the Chinese GP, but I'm excited because for the longest while, it's felt like, you know what, Red Bull was just going to win it. Their car was just better than everyone else's, or it was going to be McLaren. Now it feels like anyone could win it. It feels like anyone can take it.
Which is good. As you said, the tide has turned a bit.
Yeah.
Red Bull doesn't have that advantage this year, and McLaren not really the same either. So it's quite even between some of the drivers and their cars. So it's cool.
It is.
I also think I think you're talking about the actual races. What I meant was, I'm following that too, especially since Adam is watching all the races, my oldest son. But I am talking about mainly the new season when it comes to the series on
Drive
Netflix.
to Survive. You're watching Drive. I need to start watching that with Alex. Alex and I we've been meaning to watch the next season as well. So Alex was asking me when is the new season starting. So now I understand. You and Lee and Isaac are watching Drive to Survive. Sure. Adam and I are watching the live races. Yeah, it's all right. It's good. It's good.
There you go.
We're up at 4 a.m. in the morning trying to catch that race. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
So, cool. But yes, new season of F1. If you're not watching F1, what are you doing? Get yourself out there. It's good to have a bit of variety in your watching schedules.
Sure.
A bit of something good to get out there. If you're new to F1. Pick a driver, pick a team, and just back that team. It'll be fun. We've got on the grid this year. We've got 2 new cars, 2 new manufacturers. We've got Cadillac and Audi. Audi somehow made it into the top 10. Which oh my gosh, leveler. Cadillac also. I think Cadillac did well. Their highest was 16th with Sergio Perez. But who knows? They could do better next week. And we don't know. It's all over the place.
It's exciting. It's a new season, so it's
It is so exciting. I can't wait. So pick yourself a team, people, if you're new to F1. Personally, I'm Team Ferrari this season. I was Team Ferrari McLaren last season because I really wanted Lando to win, and Lando won, and I was so happy. This season, I'm Team Ferrari. I think they have a really good kit this year. If Ferrari doesn't win, I would love for Kimi to win it. I'm a Kimi fan. I like Kimi Antonelli. He's pretty cool. If you've seen any ads with him, he's a cool dude. So yeah, if I had to pick my top racers this year, I would love to see win this year. It would be obviously Lewis because he's joined Ferrari. He had a terrible season last season. I'd love to see him win and get an 8. Then it would be Kimi. That would be number 2. Who I'd really want to see do well this season. I would love to see Isaac Hadja do well because of the fact that he's the new Red Bull driver. And usually whoever lines up next to Max does terribly. I would love to see someone actually do good next to Max. It would just be so much fun to see that a new driver come in off the thing. And I think probably maybe Carlos Sainz. I think after Carlos left Ferrari, I felt the way he left Ferrari was not cool. I didn't like how Ferrari kind of kicked him out for Lewis. So it would be nice for him to suck it to them, and just do a bit better. So yeah, that's my ranking of drivers, and other people have different drivers. Like my one of my brothers, he's an Oscar Piastri guy. He wants Oscar to win. I don't agree with him. I liked how Oscar crashed last week. I hope he didn't get injured, but I didn't like it. I didn't want him winning anything. But yeah. It is what it is, you know. Who does Adam root for? I never asked it. I can't remember if I asked
I
him.
don't know. I don't know actually. To be honest, you got to
Hmm.
ask him.
Who are you
I'm
rooting
sure.
for?
I mean, well, I mean, he was as I was. I was glad talking about changes that McLaren made it last year. I was happy
Oof.
to see that McLaren, got Red Bull. That felt
Yes.
really good for the sport overall, but
Yes.
also for them. So with
Yes.
that said, McLaren, yeah, I like McLaren more than Red Bull, I guess, in some ways. But as you said, I've always liked Hamilton. I hold him pretty high.
Mm.
Also when he was at Mercedes. I like Kimi too, as you
Oh
say. I mean, he's a
yes.
rookie. He's a
He's
rookie,
so
but
cool.
he is one of the few that came in and didn't crash like crazy in the beginning, which is quite, I shouldn't say rare, but it happens very often when they are new on the circuit when it comes to F1, coming from the kind of leagues underneath, that
Hmm.
they just, it's so much faster and bigger and whatever have you. So they usually have those moments like the first 2 3 races or whatever have you, that they do mistakes and drive off the grid or something. So it's has impressed me.
The natural
I mean,
talent.
there's a lot of drivers. I think some of them, it depends. I mean, I like, for example, Lando Norris
Hmm.
because he's very. I like his character and everything. He's very
It's nice.
warm-hearted and a skilled driver. The
Hmm.
problem with him is, compared to Oscar Piastri, I think, is the mental part. I think
Yeah.
if he gets, as the experts are saying, if he gets his package together when it comes to the mental thing, then he can be really really hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I can't go on and talk about. We can talk more about this some other time, but it's entertaining. And as you say also there, Alec, yeah, Drive to Survive is amazing. I think they've done a really good job.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you understand that they also search these kind of conflicts a bit in a way.
It's
But
clickbaity.
it's got to be good, yeah, clickbait or then good TV, if you will. But it's entertainment. It's a very special kind of. It's hard to find anything else that is so spectacular in a way. It's
Hmm.
very. It's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Hmm.
It's this big sport,
It's
huge. It's very
huge.
a lot of people following and yeah. So
It's
exciting.
amazing. It's absolutely
Yeah,
amazing. And again, not to leave out Charles, I think Charles Leclerc is awesome, and he should
of course. Yeah, yeah.
he should obviously do better. And I think this year with the Ferrari kit that they have this year, he has a chance. I think Charles he's an aggressive
Absolutely.
driver, really
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, again, it's an exciting new season, and I'm here for it. I can't wait for tomorrow because they're gonna have the practices.
Qualify.
Yeah, they're gonna be
Or is
practices
it?
first. Qualifiers on Saturday, so
All
practices
right.
will be tomorrow. I think they'll probably be at 7 a.m. So I'll see the practices probably during my lunch break. I'll see the highlights, and then I'll see the qualies on Saturday, and then Sunday's the race, and we'll see who comes in at the top of that. It'll be awesome to see. Yeah, I just want to see a good race. I want to see. Who's coming out. I mean, the bookies have George in to win this season, but yeah, I'm no George fan. I've never been a fan of George Russell. I just don't want him to win. Kimi should win if it's gonna be McLaren. Sorry, Mercedes. I'm just saying. Never really liked Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie. That's not my guy. But that being said, even though I think George has the coolest helmet, I think on the grid he has one of the
Mhm.
coolest helmets on the grid, and he has a. If you've seen the mouse backpacks, George has a really cool mouse backpack because George's color for his helmet is like a baby blue color, and the trim on the backpack is baby blue, and it looks so cool. And I just like,
Yeah, I know, I know.
if it wasn't George
But I
Russell's
mean,
color, I would have that backpack.
yeah, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. He has a kind of a special, very strict British kind of personality that might not appeal to everyone. But I mean, he's also a good driver, of
He
course.
is.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be there. And I think one plus also to him is that he seems to have been taken care of Kimi quite well, also
Hmm.
as a co-driver. I get that feeling at least when I see. I mean, you don't see everything. Of course, they also compete with each other. But when I watched like Drive to Survive now, the new season,
Hmm.
it seems as if he's actually he says some things that it sounds good, like how
Hmm.
he sees upon his new co-driver and them being a team and everything, which is in my book at least, plus to him in that sense. But.
We'll see.
Okay, bro, we gotta move on here.
We do have to move on. You've been watching something that's not F1 related, and it's about it's completely different from F1, which is great because we've got a diversity coming in. So
yeah, but it has something in common, and that is like technique and machines. If we will. Motor, which I didn't expect. This is something I watched and I had no clue what I was expecting, to be honest. I understood that it had to do with soldiers, war, and action and whatnot. And I'm talking about a movie that is available on Netflix that is called War Machine. I think they're already preparing for a War Machine 2.
Ooh.
Now, this is a movie with Alan Richson. Sorry.
Isn't he from Booker or whatever it's called?
He's from Reacher.
Reacher, that's the one. Reacher, yes.
The guy playing Reacher, which is a great series. I've talked about it so many times. I love the series.
Yeah.
And he's great there too. So he's the main star here. There are some other faces you might recognize, of course. But it's basically about we're following the final recruits of a kind of special ops boot camp when it comes to becoming a ranger, within the army, like a boot camp where they encounter during, and this is what I didn't know, and I'm glad I didn't know, and in a way I spoil a bit now, but I'm not going to spoil completely, but they are doing the last trials, in order to get their emblem and being fully like a ranger. And it's not so many left, they have hard like competition, like training and everything. So but he's there till the end, of course, Alan Richardson. And when they are doing this last test, being like a squad out, they're gonna do a mission, of course, a fake mission, but in order to get their badges or whatever have you. Then something happens, and what happens is that this very mysterious thing shows up. And that's all I'm going to say if someone wants to watch this. That's also refers back to the title, which is War Machine. So I can say this, it's not a friendly force. That's the thing. Okay. And they start to realize quite hasty and very, it comes in a bad way. So they realize, okay, this is not a drill anymore. This is real and it's killing us. So they have to fight this unknown force, the War Machine. So it's quite exciting. It's well produced action. I would say like a sci-fi action thriller, if you will. And what does it have on IMDb? It has a 6.4, and I think it's quite a good one. It's above average, but it's not like hitting the high, if that makes sense. I would give it, if I would be nice, I would probably say 7. But it's probably a bit under 6.9, something like that. But it's definitely, you know how it is. If you say +6 when it comes to IMDb, then it's above average, obviously, and since it's 6.4 out of 10, which means that if it's your cup of tea, this genre that I've described and everything, then it can definitely be worth watching. Again, it's on Netflix, so there you go. War Machine.
War Machine sounds good. Good stuff. Ooh la la. And moving on from that, let's talk about some Vijima games. And I think we should go straight into the game that we have on the screen, which you guys hopefully have been seeing in the background playing while we've been talking. And this is a new game. This is something that I have had one of my colleagues in work, he's been preaching about it to me like, oh my gosh, Q, blah, blah, blah. It's so great. And then I've seen him playing it in work on his ROG Ally. So he showed it to me and he's like, yeah, so like I stream it from, he's got GeForce now and he's got his ROG Ally and he showed me how it plays on it. And I'm just like, I might want to pick this up. So yeah, tell us about it, Rog. You've been playing, what's it called?
Yeah, it's Resident Evil Requiem. This is the newest game in the Resident Evil series. It's number 9. And most of you that might be familiar with the series know, well, it's a horror game, obviously, and it has been praised already. And I understand why. I have now played what you're watching here, or it's from my first stream playing it. So it's like the first 2 hours, if you will, and they were quite crazy. It kind of kicks off already from the start when it comes to things happening. And I'm going to say this. It was a long time ago since I played this good of a game. I am loving it.
It's top of the
I am
top for you.
so yeah, I'm so happy that I started to play this game because I've been not really enjoying a lot of things I've been playing recently, at least not like full throttle, if that makes sense, you know,
Mm-hmm.
F1 term. So for me, it was great to have a new Resident Evil game. I'm a fan of the series, and I think Capcom are doing a great job when it comes to their division within Capcom that are doing these games. They know what they're doing. This is a very well produced games. It looks amazing, meaning really good graphics, but it's also very well optimized. Plays really well. I'm playing high setting. It looks great. I'm playing it with keyboard and mouse. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can play it, of course, with a controller on PC. That will work great. And it has a really engaging story. I like the characters. I'm getting to them in a second, and it's just so good. I understand that it already has been breaking some records, or and people are talking about it, and a competitor for the Game of the Year title and everything. I absolutely understand that. Yeah, it's scary, and there are some jump scares, but it has this atmosphere which is so typical for Resident Evil. This like this some kind of it has to do with the look as well and the design, but it's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a kind of a mist that lies over the whole gameplay when you're playing,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bit eerie and things that you don't really understand yet. And then we get into the story. You see, you start with and you play with two characters. One is a well-known character within the Resident Evil universe. That's the hero called Leon Kennedy, like Leon.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. I
He's
really like him.
everyone's guy.
Yeah. But then you're playing with an FBI investigator. That's how the game starts. You play with Grace, a
Mm-hmm.
cute girl that is quite. It feels like she doesn't have like a lot of experience, and she's going through a trauma at the same time that has to do with her first mission. I'm not going to say what it is, but something is a bit off. And that's where it starts when she investigates. And what they've done by default, everyone that has played Resident Evil games, and especially the old one, knows that it's usually third person perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they changed this when it comes to the last, it's like the two last games before.
It was Village and what was the other
Village, for
one?
example. Yeah, but into first person mode. But what they've done here by default, and I think this is great. If you're going to play it, I advise you to play it as they've done it. So when you play with Grace, you play first person mode.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play with Leon, because it switches between the two, and this is where it becomes so interesting,
Mm-hmm.
then you play in third person mode.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with Grace, though, this has to be said, there's no FOV slider, so it's quite, especially
Very
me
close.
coming also, you know, I play, yeah, it's very close up. It's like you almost get motion sick sometimes because of the good graphics and the movement and everything. But it makes sense because everything that happens to her gets so much up in the face, and that makes it even more scary.
Mm-hmm.
And and yeah, as said, it waves these threads through the story with them both. Good voice acting and really gets to you in a good way if you like that experience, both
Mm-hmm.
storytelling wise, but of course also the actual horror experiences when it comes to some of the. It's also interesting to say because usually in zombie games, or yeah, because there's zombies, definitely that's part of the Resident Evil universe, right?
Yep. Yep.
This epidemic thing, the T virus and everything. Usually they are quite brain dead, right? They are like, but in this game, they actually speak.
Oh.
And the thing is what they've done, and I think this was so cool and interesting. And you can take advantage of this when you're playing in order to maybe save bullets for your pistol and not to waken too many at the same time. If you look closely, they have their habits. So if one guy, he must have been working at this place because he's so obsessed with turning off and on the light.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks in this path and gotta follow protocol, turns off the light, there it goes back, the light is on, because I turned on the light in the corridor and he
Mm-hmm.
came and I thought, oh, he's gonna see me now, but no, he was so occupied turning off the light, so he turned off the light and I could pass him like behind him quietly.
Oh.
So I think this adds something new partly to
Mm-hmm.
the strategy and the whole experience. Another example, without spoiling too much, is a woman that must have been like an opera singer before she died,
Hmm.
becoming a zombie, a brain dead. Oh, because she's singing, she's standing there singing, and it becomes even more scary in a way that they have a bit left of their humanity or their
Hmm.
human soul or some footprint or print of their former selves,
Hmm.
if that makes sense. It's really nice. It's really nice and it works really well. So, oh man, that was, I don't know. Yeah. And
It's
as
with.
usual, you go through these different places, like it could be a big house, mansion wise, or how it can look and everything, cool, good design. And you have to find maybe a key card, or you will have to also, the way they've done the crafting is nice. When you can collect blood, like blood samples, and
Ooh.
actually craft with that and some other stuff in order to maybe make some bandages or bullets for your
Hmm.
gun. So that was a bit new, like using a microscope in order to put them together. And yeah, it's really, I love the game. I think it's so good. I had usually when I stream, since I only stream 2 times a week nowadays, like Tuesday, Sundays, most of the time. I had to change when we've had a concert. That's why I was streaming on a Thursday. But either way, I this week I'm not going to play anything else. I'm going to stream Resident Evil on Tuesday and on Sunday, because this is just too good to just wait too long to play it again. So
You
yeah,
just
I'm
gotta
gonna go
finish
back
it.
in.
Have you finished it yet?
No, no, no. I'm only I've only done 2 streams, so I played like 4.5 hour,
Hmm.
around 4.5 hour. I guess I am 40%, 45%, 40% into the game, I would say.
Okay.
But I don't need more, because the first 2 hours, when I set my foot like with Grace in the
Hmm.
first place where she's starting to investigate, I felt like, yes, this is the shit. This is it. This is it. I totally understand the good reviews and everything. It's very well earned, and I'm happy to say that. So, Resident Evil Requiem, a big thumb up. It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Ooh.
I haven't even finished the game. Okay, I haven't finished the game. Maybe I should say 9.5 and add the zero 0.5 later on when I'm done it. So,
Hey,
but as
that's
you say, as you say, Alex, it adds so much to the gameplay experience. It's so I can go on, but this is basically my main impressions. And yeah, there you go.
that's
You
a
were
high
about to say something.
endorsement. That's a very high endorsement. And as I say, everyone I've heard talk about the game has said good things. So
Yes.
I think that's I think that bodes well for it. Every single person I've heard talk about this game has been like, "Oh, it's so good, Q. You need to check it out." Me personally, I have not checked it out as of yet. I've not hopped into it. It's I'm not the biggest horror game kind of dude, but at the same time, I have played Resident Evil before, so maybe I will. Maybe at some point or the other, I will hop into Resident Evil Requiem and check it out. I'm intrigued by the look of it, the visuals, the yeah. The only thing though is that I will not be able to play this game around the kids, so, except
No,
Savvy,
no, no.
Ty,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Emmy can't be around this game while I'm
No,
playing it. So yeah,
that is true.
that's the only thing. But visually, it looks amazing, and I am keen to check it out at some point or the other. As for me, gaming wise, I
Hmm.
have not been playing Resident Evil. I have been playing eFootball as per usual.
Yeah.
I've been playing eFootball. Last update was not too good for me. I competed in another event to rank up for representing Trinidad and Tobago. I didn't do my best. I still qualified for the team, but I just didn't do my best in the overall scope of things, and I didn't feel my best playing. I looked at my score at the end of it, and I was just like, man, I could have done better. But yeah, they've shaken up the meta again, and now my team doesn't work, and I haven't figured out the new meta as
Ah,
of
the
yet.
new meta. Okay, typical.
It's ruined it for me. I've like the last meta I was on it. This one I have no idea what's the best build for my team, who are the best players to put in. I mean, I've got a massive enough team that if I need to, I can shift players around, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just doesn't feel right. My defense doesn't feel as strong as it was before. I'm struggling to open up other people's defenses and score more goals. I can't figure out which playstyle works for me. I've been jumping between quick counter, long ball counter, and possession and out wide, and I can't find one that like I feel like like one game I'll be like I'm doing it with out wide. Next game, bloody hell, I've lost 4-0. You know, and it's been going like that. So I've not really played much this past week, and which tells. Usually when I don't play as often, it's because the meta sucks and I'm not enjoying the game as much. Usually when it's good, I'm enjoying it more, and I'll tend to push more for the game. But
but you've also been busy, right? As we were speaking, I mean, you just
Oh, don't worry about Emmy. She's all right. She doesn't mind sitting. To be honest, before the meta change, she would be sitting in my lap playing the Vigima game with me, and I would lay here, sit, in the chair, kind of reclined, and she'd just be laying on my chest, and I'll just be playing, and she'd be like, "Yeah, that's it, let's go."
Trying to eat you a bit. Yeah.
Trying to eat me, obviously, definitely. But I've been thinking I need to buy more dad clothes that I can wear, that Emmy can sort of like latch onto my chest while I just sort of play video games. So we'll figure that out inevitably at some point or the other. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. For now, I've got her first Arsenal top, and she's got her first manga. I have to get her gaming controller. Yeah. That's on the list of things she needs to get. She has to get her first gaming controller. It's going to be a PS5 controller, but I haven't decided which one yet. But I'm going to have to buy her one of these so that when she gets older, she can have her controller and she can play her games and all that kind of stuff. In the house, I've pretty much bought everyone their own controller. So she has to get hers. The only person in the house who doesn't have their own controller at this particular point in time is Ty. Ty is the only one who hasn't had his own controller. And that's just because he's been quite a bit of a naughty poo at school. So he's lost out on the controller, but I told him he can earn it. I said, look, if you give me some solid amount of times, and you can have a controller, but you can't be giving me naughty poo days and then coming, Daddy, can I have a controller of my own? Then I gotta be like, what is going on? Hopefully Emmy doesn't do the same thing, because if she does, and I'm gonna be like, no control for you either, right? So, but we will see. Kids being kids.
See. One thing at a time, yeah.
I did play one game with Ty, though, for his birthday. We played It Takes Two together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I will say this much. He's a better teammate than Alex. Because I played It Takes Two with Alex as well. Ty is better than Alex. He picked up on it so much quicker than her. So I was just like, Ty, we gotta do this. Yeah, right. You wanna try to climb up there? Yeah, right. And he was just like getting it. Yeah, yeah. What's up? Like, I got this. Press the X button. Yeah, right, cool. Got that. Yeah, press circle. Yeah, all right, cool. He was doing it. He was getting. There's one portion where he was like on the platform and he was trying to like get there's a windmill spin at the beginning of the first level. Right. And you like, it's sort of like a propeller on the top for a fan or something, and you're jumping on it. And I made it to the other side, obviously. I'm a veteran. I got this, right? Ty took a little while before he got across, and I was just like, all right, cool. You got this. You made it across. I had to, I was like, dude, you got to, like, predict where it's going to... And that's what I had to say to him. Predict where it's going to be. Don't just jump to it. He's like, all right, yeah, I got that. All right, cool. He got it. Boom. Amazing. So, yeah, Ty and I played some It Takes Two, but...
That's nice.
To be fair to Ty, I've got a controller in my cart waiting to order for him. He just has to give me those... Give me a solid week, man. Give me at least a solid week, and that controller is yours. Yeah. So, but he plays really well. It Takes Two. He played really well. I'm looking forward to going back and playing it with him. I'm looking forward to playing it with him. I thought it was really nice, just us chilling, and we sort of enjoyed ourselves just playing it together. So we'll see how it goes. But I think with that, we've got a podcast, have we not?
True. We have fulfilled everything we wanted to do.
We have fulfilled everything we want to do.
We got it. Yeah,
we got it.
It's true.
This bunny is actually from my coworkers at work. They gave us a card and a bunny and some clothes for Emmy. So that's Emmy's bunny. She doesn't care about this thing, to be honest.
Not yet. But yeah. Wait. Everything has its time, so to say. No, it's true. I think we're done here. It's been good to be back, and so nice to talk and get updated and everything. And thank you guys for being here as always. From me to you, it's just gonna be take care, have a beautiful week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we meet next week again. So with that said, Muffin and out.
Beautiful as always. So with that, guys, as always, we wouldn't before I get to that, you can find Raj at the number 40 SPLISH SPLESH. He streams on a Tuesday and a Sunday. That's correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. You can find me at LPGuidance, LPGIDIN, guiding to you, pretty much everywhere else. I have not been on a regular streaming schedule, so don't even look for it. I've just not been streaming. And I don't see myself streaming anytime soon because I've got a new baby that requires my attention. So odds of me streaming anytime soon is rare. But I do pop up from time to time, you never know. Still follow me, just don't expect me to stream regularly. And you can find us at Simply Binge or at Simply Binge UK pretty much everywhere else. And as always, we wouldn't like you guys to miss on any of the episodes of That Beautiful Life podcast. Many beautiful people like to subscribe to this podcast on Castbox, Acast, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, simplybinge.com and elsewhere. And with the company that I like it, that we're giving away for free. So, as always, guys, this has been queued for your pleasure. It's a wrap. That's the episode. We are out of here. I'm going to go drink more Lucozade and check on Emmy, see if she's still awake. Yeah. I just want to hold her and tickle her. Alex says I get her overly excited and then she bites her. And that's not...
yeah, that could be.
It's not like I planned for these things. She just likes to play with me.
That's a thing. Mm-hmm.
And we need to play our games. So we're going to do that if she's awake. If she's not awake, then I'll leave her to sleep because I'm not selfish. But if she's awake, oh my God, we're going to have fun. So with that, see you guys in a bit.